Good afternoon, students. Our lecture today is about the rules. These are the last or final rules of the active and passive voice. Still, we have just only the future and the future perfect tense. So I want to say that I just focus about or on the most common rules of the passive voice. تلاحظون هنا الفيوتشر يعني ما راح نعطي الفيوتشر يعني الكونتينوس اللي هو المستمر او البيرفكت continuous because just only we are يعني our focused on just only the most common rules of the passive voice. So here we have two tenses, future simple or simple future, both of them are correct, or future and the future perfect tense. In advance, we explain the rules. Again, I will repeat the major rules. Active usually composed, any sentence composed of subject followed by auxiliary and followed by main verb. This is the simple future, followed by object or complement. They will post the letter. Okay, they, it is a subject, and will auxiliary, and followed by main or infinitive verb, post the letter. If we want to example here to change this active sentence into passive sentence, we have a rule. Should be here the object coming at the beginning. نخلي المفعول به في بداية الجملة. Okay, I try to speak in Arabic and English. So here المفعول به should come at the beginning, okay, then followed by the auxiliary, okay, the same auxiliary, and after it should be followed by be. Here by be, then V3 it means the past participle of the verb. التصريف الثالث الفعل. Then followed by عفو sorry, and followed by subject. By the way, by and subject it's optional, يعني هي اختيارية, you can put or not, but in exam, okay, in exam I want to put by followed by subject, يعني هي اختيارية, but not always. Not always it's optional. Sometimes should be obligatory, يعني should be you have to place يعني I can't give you rules about the optional and obligatory rules. So it is better when you change the active sentence into passive sentence. You have to follow this rule and end this sentence by and subject. So here, where's the object? It is the letter. And don't forget the determiner, I mean article. The letter, this is the object, then followed by will, okay, this is the auxiliary, then followed by be. And usually, always the verb in the passive voice should be past participle for the verb. دائما تصريف الثالث الفعل. The letter will be posted. هنا I forget it's optional, okay, but it is better to put it, okay. So you have to say the letter will be posted by them, because here we have the subject they. If we have a not or negation or negative sentence, it is an easy, just you have to put not after the first auxiliary. Don't forget the first auxiliary. For example, you will not mop the floor. He will not mop. Here in the active sentence, sorry, in the active sentence, we have just only one auxiliary. So it's okay when we put not after will. But if we change here this sentence into passive, don't forget to put not after the first auxiliary. The floor will not be mopped by you. We have here two auxiliaries, will and be. And don't put not after be, but put it after will. Here we have the object floor. The floor will not be mopped by you. الموت يعني صبغ أو تنظيف أو يعني هي مصطلح. This verb should be used just only with the floor اللي دائما نستخدمه مع السقوف, تسقيف أو تنظيف السقف. If I want here interrogative, if I have interrogative sentence, I want to, for example, here to change this sentence. Will you move the floor? Okay. Will you move the floor? You have to say will the floor be moved by you. حتى لا تكون عندك أخطاء. Try to change into positive. أول مرة حولها للpositive. Okay, then you can put the auxiliary at the beginning. يعني هي أساس الجملة حتصير هنا the floor object. The floor will be moved. Okay, will be moved by you. Then you can change the positive into interrogative. You have to say, will the floor be moved by you? Okay, this is the future symbol and the rules of the future symbols. Let's go to the second tense, future perfect tense. And again, I didn't give you a continuous and perfect continuous because they are not important. Just we are emphasizing on the most common rules. المهمة also. Here, what is the rule? Future perfect عادة should be here composed of subject. They will have brought the toy. يعني هي أصلا أساس القاعدة will followed by have followed by past participle then object. If I want to change into passive, I have to put the toy object at the beginning, then followed by auxiliary will, then have. You have put after have been past participle, then brought. So you have here, be careful, three auxiliaries will have been brought by them. And again, if we have a negative auxiliary, we have to put it after the first auxiliary. Jane will not have changed the table cover. Okay, we have will and have two auxiliaries followed by past participle, and not should coming after the will. Where is the object? The table cover. I have to put it at the beginning. The table cover will not. Not خليتها. It is the same after will. After the first auxiliary will not have been changed by Jane. Okay. And we have interrogative here. Will she have written the notes? Will she have written the notes here? The notes have been will have been written by her. If I want to change into positive, then try to change into interrogative حتى لا تخطئون. حاولوا بالبداية تحولوها إلى الجملة المثبتة. Then حولوها إلى جملة استفهامية. Will the notes have been written by her? By the way, why the passive voice is important? Because the passive voice يعني هي المبني المجهول. When I say for example here, whom they will have brought the toy. سوف يجلبون اللعبة the toy. اللعبة جلبت من قبلهم. Okay, because this passive voice it is important in many sentences, and we have to use it in our lives, especially when we want, for example, to paraphrase. إذا أريد نصيغ الجملة in another words. Okay, you can use passive voice. Why it is called passive voice? لأن مبني المجهول، لأنه يكون المفعول به هو الذي راح يكون هنا المبني المجهول. الفاعل راح يكون at the end. اللعبة جلبت من قبلهم، ولهذا نسميه passive voice. أما الactive we are talking about the subject. هم جلبوا اللعبة. This is just only يعني فد notes about this matter. I give you by the way, there is no exercise about passive voice for this. I give you these sentences. Please read carefully and you can find the answers for each sentence. Thank you very much for your listening.